Okay, hello boys and girls, moms and dads. Welcome to HeroesMart Academy. This is 5th grade social studies, week number 13. Today we're going to be talking about citizenship and civics review. We talked about a couple of points in prior grade levels, grade levels 3 and grade level 4. We're going to be trying to do a quick review of those things, right? Because we're trying to graduate right now from elementary. This is 5th grade, so it's going to be important that we remember what we learned before. So we're going to be talking about a couple of points over there. So how many U.S. senators are there? Can somebody remember that for me? Well, there are going to be 100 senators in Congress, and each state has 2 senators. And they both represent the people of the states. Alright, senators are elected for 6 years. Alright, so you got a quiz over here. Who are the senators in your state at the moment? Guess what? If you click on this link over there, you are going to see the list of the senators, and you can see the senator in your state. Alright, so a couple of facts about the House of Representatives. Since 1912, there have been 435 representatives in the House. Each state has at least 1 representative in the House, but depending on its population, a state can have many representatives. In other words, if a state has a lot of people in it, then they're going to have more people in the House of Representatives. Alright, the Constitution provides for the counting of the census once every 10 years, and based on the results of the census, representatives are reallocated across the states. So if people start migrating from the north and down to the south, and then the south all of a sudden explodes in population, well, the south is going to have more representatives in the House of Representatives. All right. The U.S. representatives are elected for a term of 2 years. Alright, so a really critical fact about the House of Representatives. Please try to make sure you remember all of that. Alright, what about the presidency? The president's cabinet. The president's cabinet advises the president, and the positions over there will be inclusive of the vice president, the attorney general, secretary of state, secretary of state, correct, secretary of defense, Secretary of Agriculture, Education, Energy. So these are positions that are found in the cabinet of the United States President. Alright, a couple of facts about the judicial branch of government right now. The judicial branch of government reviews and explains laws. It also resolves disputes and decides if a law goes against the Constitution. So in the case of a debate going on, and some people, they're going to say, well, this is what the Constitution says, and another party is going to say, well, the Constitution actually says something else. Well, who is going to be the arbiter? Well, the judicial branch of the government is going to tell people, well, actually, I think the Constitution says this and this and that. Well, that's going to be the Supreme Court that does that. All right, so we can actually put it in here. It comprises of the Supreme Court. Alright, so a couple of points about the Supreme Court then. So the Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States. There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court. Justices serve for life until they retire. So that's the only difference about the Supreme Court. The president nominates a judge to the Supreme Court, and the Senate confirms the nominee. Okay, so when somebody gets nominated to become a Supreme Court justice, they stay there until they retire or until they die. Literally, they are there forever. All right. See, I got a quiz for you right now. So, who is the current Chief Justice of the United States? Well, click on this link to find out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do a couple of exercises as homeworks so that we can internalize what we talked about a little bit better. How many senators are in the United States? Well, the answer is going to be over here, 100 senators. How many representatives are in the House of Representatives? Well, 435. Name 2 members of the President's Cabinet. Well, the Vice President, Attorney General, Secretary of Defense, or any other secretary that you can find over there. Alright, that's what we got for you today, boys and girls. Genesis chapter 1 from verse 3 to 4. Please read that scripture. You are going to see, when God said let there be light, God actually meant let there be law and order, and of course physical light as well. But he goes beyond physical light, because physical light actually establishes law and order in God's creation. Prior to the creation, or God saying let there be light, there was disorder in creation. But God said let there be light, and all of a sudden there's going to be daylight, and then there's going to be night, and there's going to be sun, and there's going to be the moon later on the 4th day. But God established on the first day of creation order and law. So God is the author of government. Alright, that's the point from that scripture. Alright, thank you, boys and girls, for joining me today. Remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with HeroesMart